Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Stocking here to help you with your Week 6 assignments. So here are your Week 6 assignments, your Module 2 DBA, your 2.09 examen, 3.02 asignación, and your 3.03 asignación. So as a reminder for this Module 2 discussion-based assessment, you're going to speak with me. I'm going to ask you a couple questions about what you learned in Module 2, and then I will give you the password to your exam. Just call or text me or catch me on the phone when I call your lab to do that DBA. All right, so let's take a look at Module 2. In your course, you have a couple of different things you can do to review. You could click on this calendar here, this live lesson calendar, at any one of the times that a teacher is listed, if it's hopefully during your class, and they are going to be working on assignments that are due that week. So as long as you're on pace, whatever lesson you click to log into will be based on what you're learning that week. If you aren't able to make one of those, then I highly recommend you come down here to the video tutorials and click on, for Module 2, this reflexive verb and then ser versus estar video tutorial. And then another really helpful thing would be this Module 2 study guide. It's going to open up, that's not what I meant to click on, this Module 2 review sheet. The study guide's helpful too, but the review sheet is what I wanted. And it has everything you've learned in Module 2 jam-packed into this cheat sheet here to really help you work your way through studying and reviewing some of these things that you learned in Module 2. So again, to get there on the course homepage, you can click on this home icon if you need to get back to this. Scroll down and you'll see video tutorials for every module and then review sheets for every module. So for Module 2, some of the main things you're going to want to review for your DBA and your exam will be in 2.07, where you learned in the Estructuras tab about ser and estar. That's going to be really big on your exam and in your DBA. Something else that you learned in Module 2 will be all of your reflexive verbs. So there's quite a few different places that you can go to review those. 2.05 Estructuras is going to work on some of that with you. And then also I recommend going to your 2.06 Estructuras. That's going to be helpful as you review your reflexive verbs to study for your Module 2 DBA and exam. And as always, make sure you are familiar with the voice activities that you submitted in Module 2. Those may come up during a DBA or an exam. That's it for Module 2. Then we're going to move on to 3.02 and 3.03 this week. Very exciting. We're moving on to a new module. Module 3 deals a lot with verbs in the preterite tense. So we're going to use the past tense or the preterite. In 3.02, as always, your O2 assignments are a cool cultural lesson. So a little bit of a break from the grammar and the vocabulary and more about the culture that we really want you to pick up in Spanish. So click on the Asignación tab and it tells you after completing part 1 and 2 of the work file, that's what you're going to submit for your 3.02 Asignación. So there's 2 different places you can find your work file. I always like getting it in the Practica tab, so I'm going to click on it there. It opens up this Word document. And this tells us that this assignment consists of 2 parts. We're going to watch a video, complete a response chart, and write a paragraph in English. So everything again is in English. So you'll see in part 1 we have this graphic organizer or response chart with 10 questions. So I'm going to go to the Lección tab and I'm going to see this video here and then just watch this video. If you want to take it a little bit slower, you can even click on this text version and it has the script of what they're saying both in English and in Spanish. So don't get concerned, you'll see both languages here to help you kind of work your way through that graphic organizer. So once I'm done filling out that graphic organizer, I'm going to go down here and do part 2. And it tells me that I learned about current day Ciudad de Mexico, Mexico City, and then Mexico City of the past. So we learned about present and past Mexico City before the Spaniards had arrived. So we're going to write a short paragraph of 6 to 8 sentences in English where we compare and contrast current and past Ciudad de Mexico, Mexico City. Okay, so follow these guidelines to make sure that you're constructing a grammatically correct paragraph that's going to get you full credit. Write your paragraph in this box below, and then you can file, save, and submit this in your assessments tab. Remember, you also always have the choice of just typing your answers into the student comments box in the assessment. So that's your 3.02 assignment. And then for 3.03, let's check that one out. We're going to submit, let me close this, our 3.03 asignación this week. So let's go to 3.03. I like to always click on the end to know what I'm focusing on. And it tells us here that we're just going to complete the online activity. All that means is that from your list of assessments, you would see your 3.03 asignación will open up a quiz for you. It's just like a prueba. So I recommend clicking on the Practica tab and opening up a work file. And then let's go to the lesson. So this lesson has a video in it. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see, this vocab will help you to understand the conversation between these friends. So you definitely want to click through all of this vocabulary. You can even click on the text version if you want and get a vocab list for yourself. And then it says, before watching what happened, click on the Practica tab, which I did, and opened this work file. You're going to fill in the missing words. So notice here that in the work file that we have a script of the video with some missing words. So we're going to listen to the video and fill in the blanks there. And here it says, watch what happens. So when I do that, I have a video. You can listen like this to
Es un hotel muy bonito, ¿no? Me gustan los muebles y las plantas. ¿Tienen un restaurante bueno?
And you can just go to each slide and you'd have to click on this to hear it. A couple of options that are going to make this easier for you. If you click to listen to audio only, that will be a slower version of the video.
En el hotel, Julio. Es un hotel muy bonito.
Going to have part 2 of the video. And then you can go back here, but you can also listen to the audio only. So I recommend listening to going through it first, slide by slide, and then after that, listening to audio only. As you're going, filling in the blanks, and then guess what? When you do that 3.03 asignación, it's going to look a lot like this dialogue that you're filling in the blanks for. So that's going to help you when you do the 3.03 assignment, which is just based on this video and lesson 3.03. I hope that helps.